I don't agree that the president's not equipped to debate. I think he's hurting himself and allowing guys like Bill to make this argument because he hides too much. And it's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, why is he hiding then?
I don't know.
Why is he hiding?
I think it's a bad
you
strategy.
Don't know.
I think they're trying to limit his exposure. Well,
hey folks, Dale Jackson here today. We've got to talk about this sad attempt to hide Joe Biden from the American people and protect him from the big bad wolves that are his Democratic primary challengers for president in 2024. Now, Robert Kennedy and Marianne Williamson are, I guess, legitimate candidates. One of them is polling at 29% for RFK there. Might be a little bit of name ID and not being Joe Biden, but you would think that might warrant some time on the presidential stage, but that's not happening.
Bobby Kennedy Jr., doing well. He's at 19%. Hasn't really gotten that much out there. I mean, and I'm starting to hear more and more talk about him. Are we going to actually have a challenge here?
I'm trying not to laugh, Joe. There's not going to
Wait,
be.
can I stop you for a second?
Yes.
Do you know how many people said the same thing about Donald Trump in 2015
true.
on this show?
Except
said
I will
the
note,
same exact thing.
Yes, because there was going to be a Republican primary. But I really think that the mealy-mouthed Democrats, as I like to call them, and some of my progressive friends who would like to live in a fantasy land, they need to come back to reality. Yeah. And the reality is this. The sitting president of the United States of America is a Democrat that would like to run for re-election, so much so that he has declared a re-election campaign. Right. In that case, the Democratic National Committee will not facilitate a primary process. There will be no debate stage for Bobby Kennedy, Marianne Williamson, or anyone else to stand on.
So we're going to have another Bobby Kennedy in an empty chair in the debate, right?
There will be no debate.
Yeah, no debate.
The Democratic National Committee administers the debates, and they're not going to set up a primary process for debates for someone to challenge the head of the Democratic Party.
Yeah. David, a lot of Democrats concerned about Joe Biden. They may not be saying it in front of the television camera, but man, get those cameras off.
They may be saying to yourself, but Dale, the same thing's happening on the Republican side. Yeah, that's true, and I think that's a problem as well. I think Donald Trump should have to get up on a stage and debate with people for the job he wants. He's not running as an incumbent as much as the numbers indicate that he probably will win. He should still have to get out there and defend his message, his record, and his actions. And the simple fact is, if he doesn't, I think that's going to be a tell for a lot of people. So I hope the Republicans go through with their debates, even if Donald Trump chooses not to show up. The DNC is saying we're not even going to hold debates. We won't even put a stage out there. The Republicans are doing it a little bit differently. Now, this is going to be discussed a lot, but what better group of people to discuss this than Chris Cuomo and Bill O'Reilly on News Nation? Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm a News Nation executive, I might be implementing the 6-foot rule like we had during the pandemic with both of these guys on set. But Chris Cuomo wants you to know, just because they're hiding Biden, that doesn't mean there's a real problem here. It has nothing to do with it.
And even if Trump gets the nomination or DeSantis and they want to debate Biden, I don't think Biden's going to do it because he's not equipped to do it.
I don't agree that the president's not equipped to debate. I think he's hurting himself and allowing guys like Bill to make this argument because he hides too much. And it's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, why is he hiding then?
I don't know.
Why is he hiding?
I think it's a bad strategy.
Don't know.
I think they're trying to limit his exposure. Well, just because I don't know the reason doesn't mean you're right that he's a doddering idiot. You know what I mean? He should come out and do an interview.
It doesn't mean
I'm
wrong.
He should come on this show. He should do more things. Well, but
you just said I'm wrong.
Either. He could not be coming on TV for various reasons. It doesn't mean that he's incompetent. My other point is this. I believe in more debate, not less. I think there should be more debate, not less. And if you really believe in what you are saying, you should come out and you should argue about it.
Chris Cuomo can try to sell this all he wants, but I don't think anyone's really buying it because it just sounds absolutely ridiculous. They know Joe Biden on a stage with somebody else when it's unpredictable is not going to be good. I'd be surprised if we see Trump and Biden have a debate in 2024 if they're both the nominees, and I think they'll both say they're okay with that. That's what I believe. So this may be an interesting presidential election where we have no debates involving the frontrunners. I don't think that's good for our society, but it's our fault if we elect these people and they do this.